It's just the same every week, isn't it? Now, just get another episode boxed off.
Get another game boxed off. Win it 3-0, 4-0. Doesn't really matter,
another
does it?
step closer. I did see someone on the, I think it was a Wrexham forum, said, "Oh, despite Stockport's form, they're not exactly banging loads of goals in." I haven't really scored 5 at home about 3 or 4 times for a kickoff.
Yeah, well, we'll come to the home form because that was worrying me a while ago, but it's not anymore. Anyway, let's run the titles. Let's get the show on the road. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, great flick on by Alan Armstrong. Oh, what a beauty! Oh, what a beauty! I waited all my life for that. What a screamer!
Mind the gap, folks, and be sure to take all your belongings when vacating non-league. And take your rubbish with you as well, you scruffy Herberts. Hello, you, Nick Lee here, and cheers for joining us for your latest weekly helping of county news, views, and opinion here at the Scarf Bagara War. So, not a bad week. Win on Saturday, safe passage to a cup semi-final, a 3-0 league win, and a sellout crowd, if you include the stewards, that is. More on that later, unfortunately. We've been begging for ages for something to moan about. It's all too nice, and so it's good to have something we can pick on. And with me tonight, it's only DJ Chuffy McChuffy face himself.
What a great name that is,
Johnson, mate. Yeah, right.
What a great name, Chuffy McChuff. What do you say, Chuffy McChuff face?
DJ Chuffy McChuffy face.
DJ Chuffy McChuff face, like it. So tonight we'll hopefully be joined by Andy James. He's not joined us yet, as you can see, so we'll get him out. We'll get him out as soon as he comes. We're going to talk Needham Market, the trophy draw, Notts County, Wealdstone, Hinchliffe, Stewarding, fan marches, 250-year lease, and we'll talk about the competition as well, the longest running competition in living history. And we'll just talk about a lot of things county. Andy's joined us.
Hello.
You all right?
Good evening, gents. How are we, guys?
Not bad. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. Tired, stressed, skint. Yeah. Everything.
Join the club.
Welcome to everybody that's joined us, all the usual names. Nice to see some of you last night as well. Phil Lloyd came over and chatted to me last night. That was pretty good.
Talking of getting recognised, I took my mate with me to the game last night. We were setting up at Tier 5, and halfway through the first half, he pointed to the stairs next to me. He says, "Not being funny, Nick, but there's a guy there. It could be your twin." And I looked, and genuinely, this guy was the spit of me. Poor sod. So I thought nothing of it. Second half, the empty seat next to me has been taken by my twin. It's like he knows. But I think that's why I don't get recognised for the podcast. I think he's getting it all. People are going up to him and saying, "I love the show, mate." I don't know how you put up with that Russ guy, but I'm sure he's all right, really.
I like it. Hey, we've got some comments from fans that are not of Stockport County as well. This is amazing. We've branched out. So if you don't support
non-league podcast of the neutral.
Yeah, if you don't support County, welcome. Hopefully you support somebody that we're beating either recently or to coming soon, perhaps.
Doesn't narrow it down at all, does it?
We're beating everyone in the league at the minute, so balls to them all.
And if you haven't already, please do subscribe. We're on 974.
No, it's 924.
926. Sorry, we're on.
Oh, I thought that was so close. I was like, it's nearly over.
I know.
You brought us down there, Russ.
Sorry. Sorry, yeah, sorry. There's 926, so we're not far off. We're not far off. So please do hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and see. I was trying to do like Corey from Corey's World then, but it didn't quite work, did it?
I have no idea what you're on about there. But if all the Wrexham fans who are definitely tuning in could subscribe, then we probably get to 2,000.
But can we please get it done this season? Because I know the shirt prices are going up next year. So
I love it. Okay. Right, let's get straight into it then. Let's go in chronological order. Needham Market on Saturday. I didn't go. Andy went, but I'm not sure you remember much of it, Andy. Is that why you skint?
Do you know what? Right, I went. I had 150 quid in cash, and I still ended up spending on my card. They wouldn't let us drink near the pitch because it's an FA registered game.
Right, yeah.
The first 20 minutes were very, very boring. And I watched Alex Reid right in front of me miss an open goal. And I went, balls to this, I'm going for the pint. And within 2 minutes, we'd scored. I was like, so I'm just going to stay here. And I caught Keane's goal, which was absolutely incredible. Yeah, Andy was bladdered. Absolutely. No lies there. I caught Keno's goal and it was incredible. But yeah, I just thought, well, I understand these FA rules, but they're just pointless. It's still a non-league ground. We should be able to drink by the pitch.
That was literally the one good thing about non-league, and they're taking that away now.
Yeah, it's mad. And it was a £5 a pint. Oh, right.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. No wonder I came back with no blood of money.
So the in-depth analysis that we've got you on for, is that not happening then? Are we not getting that?
No, but you'll get a proper in-depth one from Notts County because I didn't look at my phone for 90 minutes. That was probably the best we've played in about 3 months last night. It was incredible.
Yeah, best performance since Bolton for me. But we'll wax lyrical about that later.
I can tell you everything about the second half. Challinor blanking me at the end and everything like that. But yeah.
So
he didn't give you a gold for your pie, then, did he?
No, he did not.
So Needham Market then. I mean, all right. If you can't remember the match, what was? And obviously you were bladdered and things. What else? Did anything else happen that was worth mentioning? Anything in the crowd or about the ground or anything?
The crowd was great. I mean, obviously I missed the 3 goals, but 2 of the 3 goals. Sorry, but I caught the full second half, and we played really well. We just controlled the game well. Again, like Challinor keeps saying, we're just in control of every single aspect. They just didn't even. I don't even think they went over the halfway line in the second half. Maybe once, and they were offside. But we were just comfortable, and that Cody Johnson, that young lad, he looks like a fantastic prospect. He looked brilliant. Just overall, some of the players who've not been involved recently as much. Minion was solid all the way through. Quigley still looked a bit off the pace against the team below us, which was quite a worry for me. But then when he came on last night, he seemed to have he had that bit of bite about him again. He was getting himself around, which was good. It's a worry because he's only scored once now in the last 2 and a bit months, hasn't he? So that's a bit of a worry, especially when you're considering that he's our main striker.
Yeah, could really do with him in form. Soon as possible, really.
Yeah, but if I'd be more worried if we weren't really winning matches and we were relying on him. I mean, he could come back into form and start notching, couldn't he?
Yeah.
At a time when we really, really need him, and he's, I think that's probably. I'm hoping that's what's going to happen.
I'd imagine he will. Yeah.
Will we actually really need him between now and the end of the season?
I think it just takes one goal, doesn't it? To change. Strikers are all instinctive, aren't they? And like Crankshaw's goal last night, whenever he has too much time to think about it, he seems to end up putting it wide or losing it to the first man or whatever. Last night, his goal at the start of the second half was just instinctive, and he just went for it. And it was very, very similar to the Bolton game, the goal he scored.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, as soon as I saw him go through, I thought, that's in that.
Straight away, I thought he's going to do this, and he's like, because he had to take the touch and he had to take the shot. He didn't have the chance to run with it and take the 3-4 touches that he's used to.
Yeah.
what was all this about? A coach getting stuck. Was that your coach or?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think we got stuck. No, we had to stop on the hard shoulder to change drivers.
I think the
Right.
finger post got stuck.
Was it the finger post?
in-
Well,
finger
we've
post
seen
got
them
stuck
at
in the mud,
the services, and they didn't look in good nick. Then the driver was a bit. Yeah, the driver seemed a bit wary that they weren't going to go anywhere.
Yeah, that'll be it.
I wasn't pissed at that point, so that was a good sign. But that was like 5-9, so I was only on my third can then.
I mean, there's probably not much to say about it. Is the Needham market, a wonder goal from I was going to say Roy Keane there, Jordan Keane. So like a routine 3-0 win, which
very routine. Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
We'll come on to Notts County as well in a minute, but talking about routine 3-0 wins. But the trophy draw, we got Wrexham away,
and that's really bugged me because I thought, you know what, it'd be the perfect way to end non-league, winning the league, and then there'd be about 50,000 between us and Wrexham in the final at Wembley.
Yeah.
And I thought that'd be the perfect way to say piss off to the dross we've had to face over the last couple of years, like Tuesday nights in Kings Lynn and all this crap.
That's 10 years, Andy. Not a
well,
couple of years.
Yeah, too bloody long is what it is, mate. It should have been a couple of years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I put a tweet out a while ago. We'll talk about the ground as well shortly, but the three sort of big ticks for me are securing the club. Because that was always dodgy.
Yeah.
Securing the ground and getting back into the Football League, and we've done 2 out of 3 so far.
Yeah.
So getting back up is just I can't tell you how excited and nervous I am about going
for
back
it
up.
to all happen in such quick succession as well.
Yeah.
Just shows that everything Mark Stott has put into place for us so far has been bang on the money. He's not pulled any punches. He's not lied to any of us. He's just gone, I'm going to put my money where my mouth is and we're going to do this.
Yeah.
And he's been spot on for me.
I went into the corner shop near me before to get my stuck up on my quavers and Tizer, obviously.
Oh.
And the guy behind the counter, I said, "Oh, how are we all lot getting on?" So 7 points clear at the top of the league. He's like, "Oh, it's quality that." He's like, "So what league are you in if you go up?" I was like, "Oh, League 2."
Oh.
And then it hit me. I was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Oh, I had to go and hyperventilate outside the shop. I was like, "Oh God, it's happening! It's happening! It's finally happening again."
Breathing into your bag of quavers.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I had a United fan at work say to me a couple of weeks ago, how are you doing? And we like we do. And I said, "Oh yeah, we're top of our league." He said, he went, "How many divisions are you to getting into the Football League then?" I was just like, end of conversation, mate. You're a fucking idiot. I'm not even going there.
It's mad though to think that we've got more points than United have. We're doing better than United are, and the fans are still fucking clueless. It's amazing.
Oh, they were, yeah, gonna be.
Yeah.
So back to Wrexham in the draw then.
Yes.
I know you said that it'd be a nice way to go out, in the final. I mean, I know we're not beggars anymore, but we certainly can't be choosers in that respect, can we?
I just thought with how corrupt the non-league scene is, I thought that'd be their
they get have that for the final. Yeah.
Like, nobody wants County Bromley at Wembley, do they? Or who's the other one? York. So that'd be a decent one, to be fair. But I thought Wrexham County at Wembley would be the big one because did they still do the Vars on the same day?
Yeah, so, 2 games the same day, yeah. And we've just missed out on Wythenshawe Town getting there. They got knocked out in the last one. Imagine Wythenshawe Town had got to the Vars final.
I wouldn't have gone. We'd have all got stabbed up for that.
Finger post coach on grit. Well, after the draw,
I mean, I hope there's no Wythenshawe fans listening to this. My shop's getting bricked tomorrow.
They're both busy with the sisters, I think. So I got talking to a neighbour of mine. Her boyfriend's a Wrexham fan, so he came and knocked on after the draw and said, "Oh, what do you reckon?" So, well, it's you're the second best form team in the league. He's like, "You what?" I was like, well, it's going to be a close game. I was like, we've won something like 17 in 18, and you've won like 7 in a row. And he's like, yeah, but our run's better. What?
How?
He's like, yeah, because you've won 17 out of 18, but if you translate 7 in a row over 14 games, it's 14 wins out of 14. And then if you take that over 21, it's 21 out of 21. I was like, but you haven't. You've won 7 games in a row. And but it got to where I was getting stupider for being in this conversation because I couldn't think what to say. I was looking at him like, yeah, you got me there, mate.
It's like when people say that. It's like when they're like, oh, yeah, but we've got 3 games in hand. It's like, fine. Are you going to win those 3 games? Probably not. It's like Boreham Wood. Like somebody said the other week, oh, Boreham Wood are still in with a chance. It's like, no, because they play Saturday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday in like 2 weeks' time. The chances of them picking up more than 3 points in that week is flabbergasting. It's not going to happen. They've dropped off so much. Chesterfield are nearly out of the top 5. Boreham Wood are nearly out of the top 5. It's like you're nobodies now. You're not even going to get. You'll be lucky to qualify for the playoffs now.
It's getting very much, and then they were 3 in it now. I think ourselves, Halifax, and Wrexham. Yeah,
I honestly think we'll have it done and dusted by before the last 4 games.
I've been saying this for a while. I think, this seems to be the one thing everyone else is clinging on to. It's like, oh, look at their last 4 games. It's like, yeah, but look at the 9 we've got in between now and then.
But they've still got to play us. No matter how much people say, oh, we've got to go to Wrexham. It's like, yeah, but Wrexham have got to play us. We only have to draw there. They have to win.
Yeah.
And they have to win all their games between now and then as well.
Yeah. That's it.
I'd go and put 10 defenders out, apart from Liam Hogan. And just be like, we've got to draw, mate. Like, come at us.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's weird, isn't it? Because if I don't know, I look at the league and think we're only 2 defeats away from them catching us up if they win and we lose, obviously.
Yeah.
But then I think in reality, is that likely to happen? Given our next 4 games as well, just our 4 games alone, I think it's Wealdstone, Kings Lynn, Eastleigh, and Torquay.
Okay,
and you just think, well,
the Torquay one's been postponed because of the Wrexham game.
Of course. So it'd be Southend after that in the league, won't it? I think. But then I started thinking, well, when I look at other leagues, if you look at the Championship, you look at Fulham, they're 10 points clear, I think, at the top, and you just go, well, they're going to win it, aren't they? Of course they are, yeah. And Forest Green as well, League 2, they're similar. They're going to win it. Other people who haven't got the emotional interest that we've got must look at our league and go, Stockport's league, that without a shadow. But for some reason, me especially, I'm sat here worried that we're going to lose 2 matches all of a sudden, and they're going to catch us. I sat down
last night and thought we was going to lose last night. I sat as soon as I got in the ground, I was like, do you know what? We're probably going to get done here, and the way we absolutely dominated them.
I know.
Apart from them 2 one-on-one chances, they didn't have anything.
No.
I mean, on those 2 one-on-one chances, I mean, the first one was a shocker, but then the second time for him to think, well, I've beaten the keeper once, I'll
go
beat him
again.
Because it went so well last time. Rather than just trying to score, I'll just take the piss a bit. It was so strange.
Well, for the first one, Ben slipped, didn't he? And I think that helped.
I thought his positioning was dreadful, Ben.
Yeah.
Ben looked really bad at that point, I thought. I thought he was nowhere near it. And then
I think as he slipped, it sort of helped him, though.
Yeah.
It sort of made the striker think he was going for the ball, and he had to go, and he went a bit early.
And again, that was just 2 chances we absolutely gifted him as well. It's not like they played the way. I mean,
no,
they obviously turned up with the intention of like playing through the press, didn't they? And just straight away, it was it's all like you can play through the press when you've got one player half-heartedly press. Like when teams play against Man United, it's easy to play.
And there's only Fred running or some.
Yeah, because it's just Fred running about. Yeah. But with us, we're just hunting in packs. So they're trying to play through, and they've got 3 or 4 people on them.
It's pretty much very similar to the way Liverpool do it. I mean, obviously nowhere near as good, and we're nowhere near as talented as Liverpool, but the intensity of it is exactly there.
I mean, last night, just like Paddy Madden, like 94th minute.
Paddy Madden was at right back for from 80 minutes onward, it was crazy.
Yeah. But he leads that high press, doesn't he? He leads that hunting in packs. And you can see why he's got the captain's armband. I mean, I know people questioned it why it's not Palmer, but you can definitely see why it's Madden, can't you?
Yeah. Early on in the season, I thought, why's Madden got it and not Palmer? But then over the last couple of months, you can see why it's Madden. It's just he just leads by example.
Yeah.
And he doesn't need to say anything. It's like, and if you watch him closely, all these little things he does to wind up the opposition, like at one point the keeper picked it up from his feet, so he like ruffled his head and everything like that. Yeah. And it's just these little things that sets him apart. He's already beat you with the mentality.
Yeah,
I think he's only 4 goals away from breaking the League One scoring record as well. So sooner
he'll get there with us in a year and a half. Yeah,
job's a good one.
That done in October 2024.
Yeah, boxed off.
Yeah.
So we've naturally moved on to the Notts match. I did listen. Our mates at Notts County talk very, very honest about their performance. Yeah. I mean, during their vlog, because they did it from before the match and then while they were at the match and things like that. And they're not the type that, I've got to say this, they're not the type that film themselves celebrating goals. It's what I would say like an adult vlog. You know, they're actually reporting on the match. But even through
every time I look at an adult vlog, my missus walks in on me. I have to switch tabs.
But they said during the first half, it was like a training match for County.
Yeah,
and it was. And you know, leading up to the game, I said a few weeks ago on here that we were beating these teams 1-0. You know, Weymouth, Woking, that kind of thing. The Notts County match would be the tester for me. If what happens in that match would be if we win that match and it's comfortable, then we're on. And last night we did, didn't we? It was great.
Yeah, it was a very, very good game. Like I say, we just absolutely dominated it from start to finish. Charon has got that team absolutely singing.
Yeah.
But when he gives out instructions, you don't see any of them argue back. They just say yeah and get on with it.
Yeah.
That's a rarity these days.
And you got Whitfield and Rydell to come back.
Yeah. I mean,
it's frightening that.
I think Kitchen struggled a bit last night early on with his decision making and like wanting to play the pass forward. He kept going back to Johnson, and Challoner kept bollocking him for it. He's like, just play it, just play. And then he grew into the game and he started making the runs. But I don't think he's been the same player since he came back from that big injury.
No.
So, and I'll be honest, if we go up next season, I don't think Kitchen would be anywhere near the starting 11 or on the bench, to be honest. I think we'd bring in better to back up Rydell.
Yeah, I mean, I think I said it on the other week, but it's crazy that a year ago we were like praying that he'd be back for the playoffs. He was actually a player.
Yeah.
And now it's not certain that he's going to be, play well for the rest of the season. And because once Rydell's back, and Johnson's pretty much first choice as well. Johnson's got a decent partnership going with Palmer. Yeah, he's going to have to fight hard to get his place back. I think Kitchen is.
Yeah. I think Johnson looks like he was a bit shaky when he first came on and that Alty game. But ever since last night he was solid. He won everything.
Yeah.
And there was one point I think he went shoulder to shoulder with our striker, and he ended up 6 yards away. It was mental.
I like with Johnson. I like how I like and don't like it in equal measure. Really, how nonchalant he looks. You know when he's it's a goal kick and Hinchliffe got the ball there. Johnson's just like walking away, going, "Yeah, give me the ball if you want. I'm not really asked." Yeah. And then when he gets it, like, just does stuff with it. It's great. He is good.
He just seems very calm and very assured of himself, which is nice.
Yeah. I remember when we played Hartlepool in the playoff game last year, and he was doing that in that match, and I felt myself getting annoyed with him for the opposition because he was so relaxed in this like big match, and he was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do me shit. It's like
it's like when you're pissed off and someone's really calm, and that makes you more annoyed.
Yeah.
He seems very, very good. I'm very happy we signed him.
Yeah, we have got a question in from Declan in Dublin. What do you guys think will be the starting 11 in League Two? I haven't got a
Not
Scooby.
far off what we've got now.
Yeah,
because the
I don't.
quality of League Two isn't much better.
one or two additions.
Maybe two
but
changes. Yeah, I think and that another midfielder, but Hippolyte last night again. He was brilliant.
Yeah,
So it's a tough one. I think maybe a left back if it's not Rydell, and maybe unfortunately I don't want to say this, but it's true. Another centre half instead of Palmer, which absolutely hurts me to say because he's been.
He's joining the Dan Sampson.
Yeah, I was going to say Dan Sampson. Yeah,
absolutely. I hate that I'm having to admit it, but I think there's going to be a better centre half comes in. Hogan will leave, and someone will come in, and Palmer will end up on the bench, and it's
I think Palmer would get a bit of game time in League Two. I don't think the quality is that much better than.
I don't think it is either. Now. I just think it's more for the on the ball play.
Yeah.
Like Palmer defensively, I'll back him every time in a header or like one-on-one, I'd back him there. If he's got to recover a bit, it's a bit iffy. But if he's on the ball, it's a worry. Is he going to play the right pass?
Yeah. Got another comment here. Love the enthusiasm, but we've not won it yet. No, we know we've not won it yet.
No, we have. I saw a
But-
Wrexham fan on Twitter, and he said Stockport fans think they've won it, so we must have. It's Wrexham who said it, not me.
Yeah, to be fair, they did clip you saying that we'd won it, so that's where they got that from.
but we've won it.
Yeah.
I think if we don't win it now, we've only got ourselves to blame.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We're in the box seat, aren't we? We're in the box seat. It's ours to lose.
If we was 4 points ahead, it's a different story. Being 7, that extra win, it's a bit of comfort.
And the goal difference as well.
And the goal difference.
I mean, we've gone from being on a -9 goal difference, was it, when Challoner came in, to what are we now? Plus
38 or something?
No, 38? Is it that far?
Yeah.
I mean, we've played 20 league games under Challoner, I believe. 17 wins, 2 draws and a defeat. Mental.
Yeah.
Just mental. And not even, like, from the outside, looking at the signings he's made, people say, well, he's not got his feet under the table yet, in terms of being
I think that, yeah. That's another frightening thing.
If he gets to
there's
bring
so
in
much about County that's gone.
If he brings in 2 players that he wants, it's
do
you know what I mean? If they fit into this system and they improve us, then if anything's going to improve us, that's quite astounding to even think because of how well we're playing. That we can go up a gear.
I mean, if you think back to previous years, like where stuff's happened at a club and you've been like, oh, that's frightening. As chronicled on the Dark Days series, Russell, available elsewhere. But now you're looking at the options we've got and everything, and you're thinking, well, that's scary. You know, players like Sam Minihan, just come bringing him on with 5 minutes to go, just having that luxury to bring a player of that quality. It's frightening, really scary. Well, honestly, I'm surprised I'm sleeping. I'm just constantly scared by what we're doing.
There was a photo of Sam Minihan uploaded onto one of the message board forums this week with hair.
Yeah.
I was like, what on earth? And I wouldn't really call it a head of hair because it was terrible. Yeah. And I can say that from my point of view. But yeah, I was like, I never thought I'd say. I thought he came out of the womb looking as he does now.
yeah. Doing shuttle runs.
Yeah, I saw that as well. Was that the picture of him jockeying
Marcus Rashford?
Rashford, yeah, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
See, I thought it was Rashford, but I didn't want to get accused of anything, so I didn't say anything. You never know, do you?
Oh. Wow.
He's in trouble, isn't he, Rashford? He had a bit of
what's he done?
He got a load of abuse outside the ground. There's videos on Twitter of people.
Oh, is that him?
Waiting out, people with non-Manchester accents.
Yeah.
The players entrance shouting abuse, and he's given a bit back.
Good on him.
Yeah, good on the lad.
Yeah,
and he's had to put like a social media statement out on his Twitter and what have you, just saying like, yeah,
apologising.
Kind of, yeah, but just basically saying I'm getting abused constantly. Leave me alone.
Yeah. To be honest, he could retire as a footballer tomorrow, and he'd still be a national hero for what he's done. So
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't take away from the fact that his day job is a footballer, and if he's not performing there, he should be called out for it. But
yeah.
People
But
have very short memories.
This has turned into a United podcast now, hasn't it? So, Russ, where do you think we can improve in the summer window? Do you think we're finally going to sign Van der Vaart this year? There wasn't Van der Vaart, Schneider, innit? Wesley Schneider every year.
Yeah.
Nico Gaitan as well.
Nico Gaitan, yeah.
Every single window.
I mean, just let's put a line under it and just say when they lose, it's get the Norwich flags, they get the Norwich scarves out, and when they win, it's we can win the league. And who are we going to pick? Who are we going to? Who's going to come to our club? Who can we have the choice of when they win a match? It's almost bipolar from that lot.
You know what my favourite thing about him is the way they signed Ronaldo. Like, this is going to be it. We're going to sign Ronaldo and win the league, and now they're not going to win the league. Ronaldo's getting the blame. It's like, he doesn't press. It's like, well, United don't press. If you watched him for 10 years,
Ronaldo hasn't pressed for 20 years. Wow,
exactly.
Right, boys, let's get off United. Let's get off United. It's not a United podcast. As much as I'd love to sit here slagging off United for an hour, Notts County, the Notts County match. What else was there to pick out of that? I mean, look, we've spoke about Madden. He was unbelievable again, deservedly man of the match.
Hinchliffe distribution need to mention.
Yeah, I mean the one for Crankshaw's goal. I mean, come on.
Yeah, but I don't think he put the ball out of play once last night. It's usually 3-4 times
I've
again.
never understood this downer on Hinchliffe distribution. I'm not saying it's great, but compared to any other keeper, I can't think of another keeper at this level who would have over.
If a keeper was that complete, they wouldn't be at this level, would they?
Exactly. That's it. I mean, but some of the stuff I genuinely saw him called Chris Packet hands on one of the supporters groups last night, which is a fucking disgrace. This is like a club led. They won't say to Mike Flynn, "Oh, you were shit on the ball." Yeah. So why do you think you can go to Ben Hinchliffe and call him Chris Packet? It's just so weird.
Yeah. I remember saying that about Joe Hart at the World Cup.
But he was dire. He was dire.
Joe,
It was the same. It was the same again and again with Joe Hart though. But with Ben Hinchliffe, no more. He doesn't make any more. I mean, I'm sure you'll be the first to admit he does make the odd error, like every keeper does.
The amount of points he's gained us over the years, single-handedly, like last-minute saves, fantastic saves, top corner saves, he can't be criticised for a couple of misplaced kicks over the years. I
think it's 15 clean sheets in 25 games this season. I saw somewhere.
Yeah. Which is amazing. 9 in the last 14, is it? Something like that.
Yeah.
For what's he been with us now? 5 years. He's been amazing. Every single season. Mr. Reliable. You know what I mean? These things, people have short memories. It's like one season he makes one mistake. So what? He kept us up 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and then we went on to win the league 2 years later with him in net.
Yeah, I think with the goalkeeping position, though, I think it's easy to pick on the goalkeepers when the team's not doing well. So when you're not winning matches under Russ, where we weren't winning matches, and he was spanking it out, it's easy to stand there and go, "Oh well, I've just seen a blaring mistake, and it was by the goalkeeper. Let's blame the goalkeeper." What they don't see is like strikers losing the ball up top, and then blaming them for losing it, and then that carries on throughout the team. So, being in the goalkeepers union, you see, it's just part of the job of a goalkeeper, unfortunately, and you have to be mentally tough.
Under Jim, though, it would have always been like if the keeper would have ever been questioned in a post-match interview or whatever, he'd say, "Well, no, because the keeper shouldn't have been in that position because we lost it in phase 1, which is with the attackers, and it's coming back through this." And people then think, "Oh, yeah, actually, yeah." So people don't realise the mistake that leads to that. It's like it's a 4, 5, 6 consecutive thing sequence that leads into that.
Mm. Yeah, and when he has kicked it out, I mean, I don't remember him like consistently kicking it out from a dead ball. No. Do you know what I mean? It's usually when he's either under pressure or just natural stuff, which is going to happen. Bloody hell! How many outfield players make mistakes when they're under pressure?
How many outfield players can't take a throw in?
Well, yeah,
it's astonishing.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I watched South of Wales last night. The ball went out 3 times for a throw consecutively on a very dry pitch, and he'd spent 10 seconds drying the ball under his shirt. It's like, if you're a grown man, why can't you hold a football? It doesn't need to be dry. It's like you're not Challenger trying to launch it 50 yards or Rory Delap throwing it straight into the mixer.
You don't do it with everything else, do you? Like when you got an Uber, when you get into your Uber, you don't like get on the door handle and kind of go like that. before you get in there, but suddenly with like putting your hand on a football, weird. Yeah. At least we stopped doing the thing where Seldom Hales lies down behind the wall.
The strap excluder, yeah.
That made me want to self-harm.
Honestly, I think that's the worst thing I've ever seen at Edgeley Park ever. And
how many times in your life have you seen like a free kick go under?
In
I've
this
seen
division,
De Bruyne do it twice in the Champions League. That's it.
In this division, if a player from 30 yards out can drill a free kick under the wall into the corner, get them to the fucking championship or the Premiership.
Absolutely.
It's just Even John Rooney couldn't do it, and he was a set piece specialist. That was an awful thing to say. It's like, and doing all this talking to other players, it's like you're not on camera, you're not being analysed.
Yeah.
Stop it.
I was walking past the fields at Parswood at weekend, and there was a kids game going on there, and they're all at it. The kids, these little kids are scoring and then going off like that.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Did you see that thread on Twitter about that?
Nah.
A youth coach who's like coaches an under-11s team, like mentioned something like that. Like someone running off doing that after they'd scored. And the kid's dad turned to him, he's like, I don't know what he's doing. His grandparents are alive and his mum and dad are still alive. and then there was just this massive thread of like kids walking around doing that and like, doing like FIFA celebrations, lying down behind walls.
Yeah.
They were like, I don't understand.
So weird. The game's gone, lads.
Yeah.
Should we get into rugby union or something? Some team called
Sale. We can't do rugby union. Not in Stockport anyway.
Yeah,
not allowed to play it.
Stand.
Best clause in a contract ever. That.
Outstanding, isn't it? Outstanding.
Let's move on to the Wealdstone game on Saturday. Unless there's anything more about Notts from last night.
Well, there is something about Notts.
Go on, I'm all ears.
There's the I think you meant to call it stewarding, but I don't think any
200
of them are
people
trained
at the front of the stand.
And not just that, but the general intimidating atmosphere. It does not. At points last night, it didn't feel like I was at a club that's on this massive high on and off the pitch.
Yeah,
it's 7 points clear at the top of the league.
Not a club that's built around a community, especially.
No, it felt nasty. It genuinely felt like you've gone to somewhere really horrible in town. Like, somewhere on Deansgate where it's Printworks or something. Printworks is what it felt like. Yeah, that's exactly it. It was horrible. Just people glaring at you.
Lloyd's Bar in Printworks, pretty much, isn't it?
Yes, essentially, just people in IVs glaring at you, and none of them are showing the badges.
Yeah,
there's no recourse if you've got a complaint against one of them.
I counted. So I said to my mate, I was like, there was about 80 of them stood along the front of the queue line. I was like, now if they're all on a 5-hour shift on £10 an hour, there's thousands of pounds being wasted there.
Yeah,
it's like we're not generating that much on an average match. It's not Old Trafford where it's £4 million a game or whatever it is. It's like, this is county. It's like most of the people are season ticket holders. So that's a lot of revenue just for some child in a high vis to think he's a big man. It's odd.
I saw someone did have to get in touch with them a few weeks back about something, and the company did email back and confirm that they're not trained stewards; they're actually door supervisors, which would explain
should have an SIA badge.
Yeah, but I didn't see any badges or ID numbers or anything on the people I saw outside the ground.
So if one of them goes to touch you, that's common assault.
Yeah. Just
that is the letter of the law.
And by the sound of it, there's been accusations of that happening last night. I know there's there was one fan who had a steward try and headbutt him.
Wow.
So which you've seen on one of the message boards. I think that's been escalated. He's getting in touch with the club. Something he's doing, because there are a lot of them just outside the ground. They're not helping in any other way. They're not doing.
They're not organising queues or anything.
Organising queues,
Yeah.
anything like that. There's nothing. Like, people were pushing into the beer queues at half time last night, and a steward just literally stood there and watched them while he did it. Like, so I don't know what exactly it is that they're doing, but there are there's a few young girls who are stewards. Like, I think they were recently hired, because you can tell they've put the effort in to know about the whole layout of the stadium and everything. They can direct people to the seats and that type of thing, which, if we're going to attract new fans, that is what people are going to be asking for. Yeah.
Especially at the bigger the crowds, when people want to sit in their allocated seats and whatnot, which is going to start becoming more of a problem.
Yeah. But apparently, when we started having a bit of trouble in Upper Tier 3 earlier on in the season, people throwing bottles and a caper. Apparently, from what I've heard, the original stewards basically refused to go up there. Basically said, right, no, we don't get paid enough for this, and that's why this company have been brought in. But it's overkill. I don't know. Something happened in Upper Tier 1, didn't it, Russ?
Yeah, I was right near it. It was heavy-handed stewards. Unbelievable. Yeah. I saw it. I witnessed it all. I sit 5 seats away from the far end in Upper Tier 1. Against the wall, and just absolutely stupid. Something needs to change, because we can't be having that every week. People like to stand up in the seat, and if people were there that go every week, and if they stand up in the seat and it's accepted by people around them, then
don't come and tell them with a steward.
Don't come and tell them to sit down.
Yeah.
That's just
there were stewards last night going around at half time telling people to sit down.
No, it wasn't.
I am not joking. I'm not joking. I've had at least 3 or 4 people tell me this story independently, that stewards have come up to me and said it's an all-seater ground, you've got to sit down. It's half time. Do you want me to get deep vein thrombosis?
Yeah, well, that's it. In fact, Thingy makes a good point here. I'm going to pull this out. ST1982, is that Scott? Funnily enough, these stewards never came down to lower tier 1. No, you're right. And do you know what? Some people mentioned that who were being told, well, what, not like saying go and tell them to sit down, but look, why are you not? Why are you not telling them that as well? All the lower tier 1 lads stand up, don't they? And they're on the steps as well. Which
some of them are, yeah.
I think I know they say, fire lane and all that sort of stuff.
If there was a fire, though, you'd be fucking gone, wouldn't you?
Of course you would.
If there's a fire, you're not standing around. Oh, but I'm blocking the stairs. I'm going to wait here. No, you're gone.
Elbows everywhere.
Nothing bad was happening in Upper Tier 1. People who stand up, and they've stood up all season. And it's just accepted because everybody around you, and they just came in and just started being proper heavy-handed. It's just stupid. And if anyone from county's listening, you need to sort it out, honestly, because it's just stupid.
Yeah, it's really putting a dampener
physical
on
though, Russ.
Yeah, well, almost did with one lad who we know. I know he listens to the show. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. And they frog marched another lad out. One of the older lads. So, and this older lad was just saying, "Look, I've been coming here since probably before you were born. But they took him out. So, stupid.
The thing that annoys me the most about it all is that at the march last night, which fantastic work, everyone. We'll get onto that shortly. But at the march last night, the club media people were there filming it.
Yeah,
they'll be using the footage of that march as part of promoting the next home game or whatever, as they should do, spot on.
Yeah.
But when the stewards are actively discriminating against and bullying a lot of the people who are heavily involved in doing the stuff at the moment, I've seen people, not I didn't see it last night, but previous home games, I've seen people walking down Castle Street with some cans they've got from Home Bargains, and these new stewards have come and I wouldn't even say talk to them. Just been threatening. In Castle Street.
On the street.
This is happening outside.
Nowhere near where their remit or their jurisdiction.
Nowhere near their jurisdiction or remit. No. This is. I've seen it 2 or 3 times, and other people have reported
it's happened. A fucking life, man. Wow.
But a similar thing happened with Oldham a few weeks when Oldham won at Scunthorpe a few weeks ago. There was a bit of a mini pitch invasion at the away end when they scored the winner. And Oldham put a video on their Twitter of it and said, "Oh, look at them limbs." And quite rightly, people in the replies were saying, "Well, next time someone's on the pitch, you're going to be issuing banning orders."
Yeah.
But now you're using it to It's something that can leave a.
It's just whatever fits the narrative at the time, isn't it?
Yeah, that's it. So if it's not sorted out soon, I think we're in danger of going, because the crowds aren't going to get smaller. The crowds are going to get bigger, and if these stewards aren't going to get pulled up, then what they're going to get up to next? They're going to just keep escalating it, aren't they?
Yeah, it's going to get to a point where a slide dig's thrown or something.
Yeah.
Just one slide dig and that's it. And that's going to cause a big kick-off in group size up at the top of them steps in upper tier 3 or wherever around that area. And something bad's going to happen and it needs to be stopped before it even gets anywhere near that.
Yeah, something needs to be done. What about the fan march then? Let's move on to that. Obviously, that was before the game last night. I didn't join in it or go to see it, but seeing the footage, it looked, I don't know how many times bigger than the first one. It looked fantastic.
Yeah, it looked amazing on social media. Again, I was in meetings until like 5:30, so I had to go home and get into Stockport. So I got into Stockport just after 7. I think by that point they'd already got near the ground. I could hear the drum still, but from what I've seen on Twitter today, it looks amazing.
Yeah, and I've noticed it's kind of from like the wider football community of everyone's been praising it as well. Normally, when some club posts a video, some fans post a video of their big display before the game, it's normally like 12 Boreham Wood fans outside of Wetherspoons, isn't it? This is like the real deal. So there's fans of like big clubs watching it, going, "Yeah, that's cool. That is cool."
Yeah, and so I've had that like county banner made as well, and the pyros and the fire. I mean, like I'm a big indie music fan, so for me, it's no pyro, no party, that sort of thing.
Yeah,
it just makes a massive difference. So in the away end at Bolton, when there was the smoke bombs going off, it's mega. It just makes a massive difference to the atmosphere. Yeah. I'm all for it. The more of that we can do, the more it's going to get on the teams, like behind the team, and the better we're going to do. Big respect for everyone involved in it.
Mike Hudson has said, "I need to get Showsec that did Blossom's gigs, very customer friendly." Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, Showsec do a lot of gigs, and they seem great. But if you go to the arena and everything like that, it's always Showsec.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, you should have seen. Well, they're not very good at searching now, because you should have seen what I took into the Blossoms gig. Whoa.
Incriminating that, mate. Be careful.
It's gone out live, you know.
It's too late now. I've not got it. I destroyed the evidence. I burned it.
But yeah, it looked fantastic. I noticed that John Kieran was there filming as well, and like you say, the club as well. I did see Footy Away Days on Twitter tweeted it, and there were some salty replies on there. Someone in the comments has mentioned about Wolves, but there was fans from different clubs being a bit like Twitterish about it. You know what
that's
Twitter's
Twitter, though, isn't it? Yeah. Cesspit.
The good side of Twitter. I think that's the best side of Twitter, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's what I love the most anyway. Just get stuck into that after a few Henry Westons.
Yeah, Saturday night, 8 watts of vintage deep.
Saturday night on the coach back from Needham Market, someone replied to me, "If you're on the pot, mate, I'd maybe stay off social media." So I deleted all my tweets. I've not even tweeted anything bad. I should maybe stop using the business account when it's like, when I'm pissed.
But yeah, I think they're going to do Hatters 83, aren't they? That's the group in it, and they're going to do another one soon. So yeah, happy days.
Let's hope they can sort out maybe like maybe not for Wrexham, but like one of the last away games that had been mega, to sort out like a coach of like a group that I'd go down and be super vocal together. That'd be a good way to do it, and I'd be happy to get involved in organising something like that if they needed any assistance with that financially or whatever, just to make a massive day of one of the last away games in non-league.
I did see from their post on they posted on social media before, just thanking everyone for the support last night and everything. And I think they're looking at possibly setting up a crowdfunder thing, which
Good.
I think could do really well.
Yeah.
Especially now everyone's seeing what they can do with not a lot of notice and not a lot of money. If you look at putting a bit of cash behind it, look at what they can do. Yeah, it's really exciting. They do a top job.
Well, I messaged Harry when he started organising it for the last night. I said to him, I was like, "Go here for your smoke bombs. It's cheaper than with air and whatnot." And I was like, "And if you need anything, I'm more than happy to donate," sort of thing. So, yeah, I think the more of them we do, the better the atmosphere. Absolutely, and the more engaging it is for younger fans to see that.
Yeah,
it sort of reminds you a bit of like Italy, doesn't it? Really?
Yeah,
like they're big on it out there. So.
Yeah, or a better Crystal Palace, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, 'cause they're mad for it, aren't they? Actually,
yeah, they are. Yeah. But I think what we've got is better straight away. I don't know what they do outside the ground. Tom Lowe says that Hatters83 will have a Twitter account soon, so look out for that.
Lovely.
But yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. There's me catchphrase. 250-year lease.
I
don't know. Come up with one.
Well, no, because it wouldn't be organic then. If I just come up with a catchphrase of myself, I'd be David Williams, and no one wants to be David Williams. Wrong.
The 250-year lease got rubber stamped last night. Just before kickoff.
Just before the game. Yeah.
It was only announced today though, wasn't it? I seen it earlier today.
Yeah.
That the club only put it out.
Yeah,
the club put it out. There was a tweet from one of the Elise Wilson, the leader of the council. Yeah, she tweeted about it last night. Well, it's good. I'm sure as a business owner in Stockport, it's something you'll be behind as well. The fact that the council are actually getting behind the team that bears the town's name properly now. Finally, yeah. And I know they've done bits and they've been helpful in recent years, but it seems like there's a proper relationship building now.
Yeah, I think, and rightly so. I mean, the council are not great for most businesses in the town. I'll be dead honest. They're just not helpful in a lot of ways. But for this is massive for the club, and it's absolutely huge for the town to know that the investment that's going to come from Mark Stott and from the club for the surrounding areas is going to be massive as the crowds grow, especially.
Let's turn the market all into a fan park.
Well, funnily enough, because we've got that big outside area on Castle Yard, that's where we're having the end of season party.
Yeah,
so we're going to have a big county fans, league winners, fingers crossed, end of season party.
Is there a guest list for that? Are we on it? Are we on the guest list or
not after your shambles of an appearance at Notion that night? 100%. Yeah, it's just going to be we'll ring fence our area, and you can drink on the street because we've got the off license, so you can do whatever you want. I might even hire a portaloo for the area.
Show off.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. We'll get a mic and some speakers, and Daz can come and do a set, can't he?
Hang on, we want people to turn. No, I'm joking. As long as Nick comes and tells some jokes for a bit there.
I can. I'll just do all the stuff that Gary Stockforth talked over last time.
Do you know what? There's someone we can get to come down and do a set. What a singer!
Oh yeah.
Outstanding, yeah. If you've not seen that, people, well, you won't.
No, you won't.
Yeah, no, you will not see anything from that night. It's more incriminating than Nick telling us what he brought into Blossoms.
Love it.
Do we know any further details on what the lease entails? Obviously, we know the no rugby thing and whatnot, which is an absolute.
I'd imagine it'll all. I think once the minutes of the council meeting are out and what have you, I'd imagine that's where the full thing will be. I'd imagine.
There'll be quite a bit that'll be redacted though, like the financials and whatnot. But
yeah, but I just want to see it in black and white. The no rugby thing. That's what I desperately want. And I hope it's really sweary. I hope it's like, oh, please refer to point 17 in the small print. You get to it, it's like, yeah, fuck him.
Yeah.
Well played, Mr. Stott. You can have the keys to the town.
I'm sure the crowdfunder just to get that bit printed on the back of the cheap and go down an absolute storm. No fucking rugby for 250 years.
That'd be great, wouldn't it?
So put it on all the signs as you come into Stockport
Yeah.
as well. Forget the thing where it says "Home of Blossoms." Just
Yeah.
home of no rugby for 250 years. Welcome.
Absolute masterstroke.
Yeah, I don't think we know too much about it. I mean, I guess the obvious stuff is it opens up stock to start building on the ground. That's the exciting thing, isn't it? And
Yeah.
I'm sure when we go up, I'm sure we'll see those we'll see those plans come to fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. And the good thing is, now he's got that, it just it secures us really. Like there's no chance of him like I know there was the worries and the skepticism of like, oh, he's just going to knock the ground down and build houses on it and build flats on it. It's like if he wants to build some apartments on the back of the pop side, let him do it. That'll pay for our rent for 10 years. Yeah. Because I've seen how much his apartments go for. They're not bloody cheap. Like them Vita student ones are like 900 odd quid a month.
Yeah,
it's mad, and that's a 1-bedroom chalet sort of thing.
It's mad, isn't it? I've only ever noticed the Vita signs in Manchester now since he took over. So driving through the other evening because we'd been into Manchester. It's like I saw about 3 Vita signs. They're all red. I think one was white. Some were red. He needs to change them to blue, I think. But
well, so I worked in a restaurant that Vita owned, and they can't run restaurants. But they can run football clubs clearly, and they can run buildings and businesses and whatnot. They're very successful. Restaurants, I'd probably stay away from it again if I was them. It was a shambles.
Or get you to do it.
No, I can't. I'm too tired, mate. I mean, do you know what? I'd love to get into Edgeley Park. I'd love to be involved in working with the club in some way. But I think that's a few years away at the very least. Who knows?
I don't know. I mean, you've got award-winning pies now, haven't you?
Well, we had an award-winning pie last year. This year we've got 4.
Well, there you go. That's surely... Again, County, if you're listening, get him in. Get him into the FK lounge serving some pies to the elite.
Don't have him serving them because he'll swear at everyone. Have him making them.
All right, cooking them then, making them, chefing them, yeah.
I'll post them to you. Steve Bellis commented on the post the other day about the awards, and I was like, Steve, you just need to get us in at County now. And obviously, tongue in cheek, he was like, I'll have a word. But I was like, Steve, if you're listening, mate, I'm holding you to that.
Well, we can pester him about that when we finally get him down to yours for the live show. That he's finally going to get back to us about.
Yeah.
After blaming me.
He will, do you know what though? He strikes me as a type of person that's got a million things on his plate, but he will at some point get back to you on it. It might be like 2024, but he will get back to you on it. You know. So. Yeah.
By the time he gets back to you, we won't be eating food anymore. It'll just be like pill form.
Maybe you guys are a lot older than me.
but he'll let you sell your pills at County, so it'll be fine. Like me at Blossoms.
Yay!
No, I didn't sell them. Mine.
I wondered what that dodgy sugar tablet was.
Yeah.
So tell us about these pies then, Andy, and the awards that you won.
Yeah, so British Pie Awards. So last year's was delayed, so that was in September. So we got a silver then for 1 pie. This year I thought, you know what, I'm going to be stupid and enter 4 and really, really put the workload on whilst being in the process of moving and doing the new site up and all that jazz. I was like, yeah, nothing screams success like stress. So I entered 4 different varieties this year. We got a gold for the lamb pie, so that means it got scored over 90 points out of 100, which was baffling. Absolutely, I couldn't believe it. Then we got 2 silvers, which is between 80 and 89, and then 1 bronze. But we'll forget that one. That's never going to go on a menu again. Loser. So yeah, we had the rosemary lamb, potato and mint got gold. The ox cheek, beef shin, parmesan and pickled potatoes got silver. The brand new Madras of Attack, which was a beef Madras pie, got silver as well.
Oh,
And then
I
there's
need
salt and
that
pepper
in my life.
chicken and curry sauce got bronze.
Oh, I'm
Nice.
so hungry.
Yeah.
So can
Nice.
can we
So I
hurry
think-
up and wrap this up?
Yeah.
Just dribbled everywhere.
I think we'll do for when Steve Bellis does finally get around to it. We'll do the beef madras one for the night. For that, that'll be a nice one.
Oh god. Oh, I'll be there in about 10 minutes. I'll just
Yeah.
get a tent set up.
I think you've already got a tent set up there, mate.
Oh god.
Love it. Yeah, competition. Yeah, I know we talked about it briefly at the top of the show, but we've jumped to 930 subscribers while we've been on air. So if you are watching, please do subscribe, because when we get to 1,000, we're going to do the shirt giveaway. I don't know what shirt it's going to be.
And some pies, honestly. I did put a time on it, thinking, you know what, the power of the awards might get us there, but sadly not. So
Yeah,
there'll
can't-
still
you
be a
can't trust
box of
people.
pies in it for the winner as well.
There you go. So you can't. I mean, it's turned into the best and longest competition ever, isn't it? County merch, county shirt, and some pies. I mean,
I'm not adding
Jesus.
anything else now. That's it.
No, don't. You said you were skint, so I'm surprised you've added pies, to be honest.
And I'll as an extra
They're a
prize,
tax
I'll come around
avoidance.
your house. yeah. Tax write-off straight away. Job done. I'll come around your house and whatever. I'll come and clean your oven.
Yeah.
Do a bit of gardening. Take the bins out. I'll come and do that for half an hour as an added prize. If that doesn't get us to 1,000, I don't know what will. What are you going to do for people, Russ?
I
You're
don't
going to
know.
provide top quality entertainment in a video and audio format.
Yeah, I'll just carry on doing that, I think.
Yes, the radio, mate. How did it go? How was the first weekend?
Yeah, well, the first show went all right. Yeah, we had a bit of a mix up with the timings. So my show is actually 1 till 2 on a Sunday on Real Rock Radio, but the station manager got a bit mixed up. So I was telling everybody 2 till 3, but it came on at 1. But it is 1 till 2. So yeah, he even tweeted 2 till 3. So I'm not really sure. But anyway, yeah, 1 till 2. Yeah, it's good.
It's almost like you're just an afterthought, isn't it, Russ?
yeah, pretty much. Yeah. But yeah, classic indie rock show. So yeah, good. I started off with a bit of Stone Roses, and then went into the Cult, the Smiths on. Yeah, good. It was good.
Did you do the thing that they do on the radio? Like, coming up later, it's a classic from Toto. It's like, well, you know what song? You know what it's going to be.
Do you know what? That's probably the most used line that you've ever done on this podcast. You've done it like.
It makes me laugh so much. Honestly, when I'm listening to when I go and do a gig or whatever, I'll always listen to the local radio on my way there, and it's always just. I heard one where it was it was only a few months ago. Some girl had gone missing. Some 14-year-old girl had been kidnapped,
God,
and then in the news,
Stop
she was found. She was found alive. They got her. It turned out her dad had kidnapped her because he didn't have custody. But the DJ on the radio said, the DJ on the radio before he played a song, he said, oh, very good news that this young girl's been found. A happy ending. Unfortunately, don't all end like that. And then played a song.
Wow.
And this is like 6:30 on a Tuesday night or something. And you've got a radio DJ saying, they don't all live.
That's him incriminating himself like you.
Yeah. Me and him are going to be sharing a cell in D-Wing.
Back to the end of season. Do then. Happy Hatter, she says, tickets for the end of the season. Do it, no? How's it going to work? Have you even thought that far yet? Or
We're just going to cram everyone in, get them in. We'll do plastics. You can drink on the street. We are officially off license, so we're legal to do that. And we've got, like I say, the big area in Castle Yard that we can fence off for ourselves. So it'll be a lovely day. And, yeah.
Love it.
But
So,
if people want to buy tickets, just send me a message. I'll keep the money. It may get to a point though where we may have to ticket inside sort of thing and just have like a pop-up bar sort of thing near the door. But we'll see when we get towards the end of the season if there's a demand for a big party. which I'm sure the bleeding will be.
I'll be there. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there will be. I mean, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. So let's just win. Let's just win on Saturday. Bring it all back.
Let's just beat Wealdstone on Saturday, and we'll be happy.
Yeah.
Right, admin then. What's the album of the week there, Nicholas?
The album of the week today is Fever to Tell by the Yeah Yeahs.
Nice.
Tickets to them today. They're playing in June. And I got woken up
The
by the
first
missus
tour
at
in years,
9:40
isn't it?
Yeah, 9 years since they last played. So
Wow.
I just found out it's a Sunday night in June, which is I know Sunday night gigs are always a bit of a pain, but it's
Where are
June.
they playing?
It's your birthday month. Apollo.
Oh,
Which-
great venue though.
I'm just so glad it's not Victoria Warehouse for once.
What an absolute shithole.
I
It's
saw Idols
easily
there
the
last
worst
month.
venue in
Awful.
town.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely dire. Yeah, Ritz, Apollo, Albert Hall, Deaf Institute. Just give me them.
And the arena, the sound in the arena is still fantastic.
Yeah.
Right.
Just get
So
a
I've
lot
no
of performance.
this new arena. I don't know why there's any need for that. Like, most
And
bands
it's
that play it can't even sell out the arena as it is.
Isn't it out near the Etihad as well?
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a ball ache, really, in comparison.
Mm.
Russ will be happy. He'll be nipping down there to get some gig tickets when he's getting the name and number put on the back of his City shirt.
Foden 49 or whatever. What is it? 48, 47?
47, the weirdo.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, no, I was just thinking I didn't know about that out near the Etihad. Is that are the Qataris paying for that then? Is that another one of their?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
The
Co-op
co-op
sponsored it,
arena. Yeah, they sponsored it. Yeah.
Right.
yeah, but it's on City's land, and yeah,
Right.
it's just another
Yeah.
tax avoidance.
Yeah.
Yeah. It doesn't matter that we kill loads of people, guys. Look
Yeah,
at
we win the
music
Premiership.
venue. Yeah.
Other stuff. Penno Draws is doing some county trading cards, so they'll be coming out soon. So look out for those.
Guys, got to catch them all. There's a tagline. He can use that.
Do you remember that thing on the bottom of the shirts that used to say, was it stand up and be counted on our
No,
shirts?
county for
County. No, there was
Oh,
something
right.
about counted as well. Was there a
It was
sticker?
car
A
sticker.
car sticker? Yeah,
that
that's
was
it.
Yes.
counted. Yeah, it was in the
Yeah,
Stockport
yeah,
Express.
Was that what it was? Yeah.
Awful punning from the Stockport Express there.
Yeah.
You won't get a job
so-
with Notion or 8 days a week.
Yeah.
So, county trading cards there could be soon for Penno Draws. Fan Hub, for those that have got, nearly 900 fans have got the county fans have got the Fan Hub app now, which is great. That we just released a new feature. Get 11 out of 11, and you get a free alcoholic or soft drink
For the ladies.
for-
White wine, soft fruit-based drink. For the ladies.
fruit-based drink. Yeah. No. And that can be redeemed at. Is it the King's Tap?
King's Tap in Cheadle Hume is the
Cheadle
nearest
Hume,
one,
'cause
yeah.
that's the
But
only-
that's not the only pub in the world.
No, there's loads in
It's,
Manchester, but it's the only pub in Stockport that is Wheel of Sport affiliated. So, but it's still decent, isn't it? A free drink.
Yeah.
You're getting 11 out of 11.
Yeah. I'd
I feel
rather
like
have a
it's too
free
late
right
to
now.
join now.
Oh no,
Just-
you're getting good. Well, you're not going to win anyway because for some reason on the leaderboard there's someone called Ellis Challoner. I wonder how Ellis Challoner's getting the lineup right every week. I wonder how that's happened.
Well,
Half one, Dad.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, but we're restructuring the scoring system, so it's all going to be split out. So those that go away matches will be rewarded. Those that look at the fan feeds will be rewarded, and all that kind of stuff. So, because we obviously realise it's not really fair, but you deploy these things, don't you? And then you sort of build it up from there anyway. So, it's over 34,000 fans in the app now. It's good.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
That's all I had. Nick, anything from you?
Yes, as you can see on the ticker below, or not if you're listening, but on the 7th of July, Our Ladies, it is the launch of the Garage Inn with yours truly and county legends Gannon, Flynn, Ward, Williams, Bill.
If it's not little Chris, I'm not interested.
I still don't think he's old enough to drink gin.
Yeah.
I think he'll get ID'd.
I don't think he can reach the bar, that's for sure.
Yeah, just a little ginger head, just pop like a little Chad. So yeah, get your tickets via Eventbrite now for that. And there's more people than I've mentioned on there. Steve Bellis is on as well, so it's worth it. It's worth a tenner just for that, and you get a free gin with appropriate tonic. They've said paired tonic, which suggests to me it'll be Fever Tree. If it's Schweppes now, I'm going to be fuming.
Not with Stockport gin, it's not going to be Fever Tree. It will be Double Dutch, if I'm correct.
Oh, that's even better.
Yeah.
Even better.
Very good tonics, yeah.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that. I don't normally like tonic, but Double Dutch is good stuff. I'm very pleased. I'm definitely doing that event now then. I was on the fence about it.
Right, good stuff. I think we're at the end.
I think we are, yeah. Well, we're definitely not at the start, are we?
No, we're not at the start or the middle. So, Andy, cheers for coming on, mate. Appreciate it, as always.
Thank you for having me again for the second and probably the last time now.
Never.
Bit
Never.
too offensive.
Never
No?
time.
Oh, God.
No, always welcome, always welcome.
We've had worse.
That's Samson.
No, Dash Sampson gets a lot of positive comments. I think he's good value.
He seems very down to earth, to be fair to him. He seems like
it's probably like Marmite. He's a bit Marmite, isn't he? Bit Marmite.
Yeah, I think a lot of people hold his
I love
past
him.
against him.
Yeah.
Who's to say we're not like Marmite, Russ?
Well, this is it. This is it.
You're not Marmite. You're like a little. You're a Malteser spread. You are. You're a little slutty, sugary spread. You are. Mate. That's what you are.
Slutty, sugary.
Wow.
Right. I think that's a good place to end it, and I think we've got the podcast title as well. So at the very end. Right, cheers everybody. Cheers for listening, watching, and if you're watching back, don't forget to subscribe, follow, all those good things. And we will see you. I'm looking for the video. Where is it? We'll see you next week. See you later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, guys.